Welcome back to my channel Avanti Morocha. Today I'm going to show you how to make a decal with adhesive vinyl using Silhouette Cameo 4. I'm going to apply the decal to a mug, but you can use it on glass cups, tumblers, water bottles and more. Now let's begin. For this project I'm going to use Oracle 651 adhesive vinyl, Silhouette transfer tape and a mug. I'm going to use this design that I bought on the Silhouette design store. I modified it to work with my mug. Now go to store, I'm going to show you the original design. Now that I'm in design store, type first T in the search box. This is the image I bought for 99 cents. After you purchase and download it, you will find it in your library. Now go back to Silhouette Studio. Go to library. I'm going to open the design to show you the modifications I made. I'm going to change the fill color to blue so you can see what I'm doing, modify the dimensions. I'm going to remove all the decorations around the text, duplicate the image. If you are using Silhouette Studio Basic Edition, which is the software that comes free with Cameo 4, you are going to use the Modify panel. Now insert a rectangle, place it over the decorations, select both elements and click on Subtract All. You're going to repeat these steps until you remove all the decorations around the text. Now I'm going to delete the elements in this area. If you are using Silhouette Studio Designer or Business Edition, removing the decorations is way easier. Open the Layer panel. Now click on Ungroup and delete all the pieces that you don't need. I'm also going to add this branch that is part of a free design that came with my Silhouette Cameo 4. Go to Library. This is the image. Go to the Layer panel. And I'm going to click on Ungroup. Delete all the pieces that you don't need. Select the image, right click, flick vertically. Change the fill color to blue, modify the dimensions. Select everything. Now insert a rectangle. Open the transformation panel. I want specific dimensions for this rectangle. Width 3.5. and height 5 inches. This area is going to work with the mug I'm using. Modify the dimensions to fit inside the rectangle. Done. Now you know how to modify a design. I don't need this piece anymore, so I'm going to delete it. If you want to use Silhouette Studio Designer or Business Edition, you need to pay for the upgrade. These editions have more tools, panels, and features. I also wanted to show you that you can use text to make your design as I did here. I also added the same decoration as I used in the previous design. Insert text. I'm going to modify the dimensions so you can see what I'm doing. Now open the text panel. I'm using the font Ladybirds. I download this font from the web. When you do this, make sure to take the time to read the license. Most of the fonts you find on the internet are only free for personal use. If you are planning to use them for business, you need to buy a commercial license. Now, back to the design. When you are going to cut text on adhesive vinyl or HTV, it is essential to weld all the words. If not, every letter is going to be cut around its outline. Select the text, open the Modify panel, and click on Weld. Now this is ready to be cut. Lastly, I wanted to show you this design that I make in Adobe Illustrator. If you are familiar with a design program, you can use it to make your design. Now I'm going back to the first design. In this video, I'm making only one mug. That is why I'm going to use a piece of adhesive vinyl and the mat. However, if you are planning to make more than one, you only need to duplicate your design based on the size of the vinyl you are using. If you are using a roll of vinyl, you don't need to use a mat. Now I'm going back to the main design. Now select everything and click on Group. Now click on Send. Move the design to the right. This is where I'm going to place the adhesive vinyl. I'm going to use tool 1. The material is Vinyl Silhouette Oracle 651. The action is cut. The tool is the auto blade. These are the default settings of the material, but after I made a test cut, I know it will work better if I increase the force to 20. If you haven't used this material before, I recommend making a test cut. I'm now going to click on Send. Since I'm making only one mug, I've already cut a piece of vinyl and transfer tape. When you're using a small piece of vinyl, you need to use a mat. If you are making more than one mug, you can use a roll of vinyl, which doesn't need a mat. I place the vinyl on the mat. Load the mat and start the job. I fast forwarded this part of the video. The process to cut this piece took 1 minute and 20 seconds. Unload the mat. Remove the piece of vinyl from the mat. With the design. Remove the extra material inside the letters. When you are done, place the piece of transfer tape on top of the design. Use the scraper to ensure the vinyl sticks to the transfer tape. Do the same on the back. Remove the backing. I forgot to do it, but before you place the design on the mug, make some cuts in the transfer tape. This will help you to place the design smoothly. Ensure the mug is clean. Place the design over the mug. As I mentioned before, to get a better application, make a couple of cuts in the transfer tape before placing it. Because the piece I'm using is not a perfect cylinder, I'm going to make a couple of cuts, which will allow me to have a better application of the vinyl. When you finish transferring the design, remove the transfer tape. Use the scraper to remove any bubbles or wrinkles in the vinyl. This is the result. Keep in mind, the more complicated the design, the more time it will take to transfer it. This is not a permanent application, however, it's going to last a very long time, especially if you only wash the Mac by hand and do not place it on the microwave. If you are planning to make more than one Mac, I recommend using a roll without a mat. This is going to save you a lot of time. If you want to make this design, you can buy it in Silhouette Design Store. I'm going to share the link to the second project I made with text and the third project on my blog avantimorocha.com. I hope you like this video and you find it informative. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you make this project, don't forget to share a picture on my Facebook page or tag me on Instagram. I love to see it. If you are interested in a Cameo 4, I'm going to share the links where you can buy it in the info box below the video. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell so you get informed every time I release a new video. Don't forget to visit my blog, follow me on my social media, like this video and share it with your loved ones. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.